TWU, with other American unions, participated in an International Transport Federation global press conference.
Public transport workers are on the front line of the battle against the COVID-19 pandemic.
We need adequate protection to be able to carry out our critical work.
Transport workers, both railroad, public transit, private transit, airlines, they're all having the same exact difficulties as us, and they all recognize one thing, that when workers band together and fight back, they can win and protect their own health and safety. And that relying on the government, or worse yet, on individual employers to provide a safe and healthy workplace for us is not the way to go. This is a global pandemic. Global standards are necessary. Many of the private employers are multinational transport sector employers. They have workers employed in Europe, in the UK, in Asia, Australia, North America, South America. Comparing notes, comparing what we've learned throughout this COVID-19 fight with counterparts overseas only enhances our ability to fight back on US soil.
I want to give a very special shout out to all the public transit workers.
Instead of implementing enforceable uniform safety standards that the federal government would mandate on all private and public employers in the transport sector, Secretary Chow decided to do a YouTube video.
Your courage, determination, and dedication inspire all of us.
Thank you is not enough. In fact, it wouldn't even be necessary if she would just create uniform, enforceable standards that every employer, public and private, would be required to adhere to. That would save transport workers' lives, and it would save riders' lives.
The department is on the job 24/7, doing everything possible to help you.
She's, as of right now, has failed to do that.
New York City buses, subways, and trains will be cleaned and disinfected around the clock to control the virus from spreading on public transit.
Shutting down the subways from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m.
to start what it's calling the largest and most extensive cleaning and disinfecting operation in the history of the subways.
There is a massive decontamination effort. TWU members leading the fight once again.
Spraying down surfaces, wiping down platforms, really going the extra mile to keep riders safe.
In so many other cities across the country, nightly service stoppage is already a matter of fact, but in New York, it's a big deal. That speaks to the significance of the New York City subway system and really the significant role that the TWU plays in the life of New York City. Local 171 in Ann Arbor, Michigan, TWU members took a stand and refused to work unsafely. The bus operators refused to board their buses until the employer complied with the Michigan governor's executive order, passengers to wear facial coverings before they got on the bus.
The executive order I signed on Friday also states everyone to wear some sort of a face covering in those few trips that you need to leave the house.
Some of our members asked about the governor's order. We were told by management at that time to challenge the rider, and say, you're supposed to have a mask on. And if they say, I don't have one or I'm not going to wear one, then we were supposed to just let it go. I decided that that wasn't good enough for our members, and we needed to enforce the governor's rule. We had just heard about JetBlue, the flight attendants, and their victory with having face masks required. If their employers can allow that, then there's no reason that our employers shouldn't allow it. This is a life and death situation. If you get it, as many have, everybody does not make it. We have to care about our safety. You have to just take that stand. 7:30 that morning, I informed management that the buses were not going to go out because we had a serious safety concern and that we needed to work it out with management.
Service stopped. It was an action to assert that we're going to work safely and we're not going to expose ourselves, or to the extent that we can, riders to harm's way. And we were victorious.
The members that were there with me that day, they stood strong. We got management on the phone and they agreed that they would back us. Now 90 to 95% of the riders have face coverings.
Sunday morning was the moment in time where the TWU took a stand in Ann Arbor, and it paid off.
This is our lives, and our lives do matter.
The International's leadership remains pandemic focused right now. Every single one of our industries is on the front line, affected by fatalities, by furloughs. I know that there are local unions out there that are fighting hard every single day to protect our members and protect the integrity of the workplace and the riders themselves. Thank you for everything you're doing. Your fight is our fight. When locals and the International work together cohesively, we can accomplish great things.